Oh, hello, class. Hi, I'm Nancy Drew, a famous detective. Now, can you tell me, what on earth does a detective do? Raise your hand and tell me, what is a detective?
Person who solves mysteries.
I solve many mysteries, you are very correct. And what kind of tools do you think I use in solving mysteries?
Well, I think one of them is disguise.
Oh, so yes, I like to wear disguises because these are mysteries, these are surprises. These are things that I enjoy finding and researching about. What other tools might I use to kind of discover my mysteries?
You could use a taser.
Maybe if I got into some sticky situations, but I usually like to stay safe, so I don't always use tasers. I write a lot down in my notebook and pencils, and sometimes things are really small that I can't quite see, so what do you think I would use? Glasses, yes, or even magnifying glasses, right? So, let me tell you, friends, as you are studying social studies today, we are going to be detectives, okay? And what I want you to think about today is studying the past. History is the study of the past, and historians are people who study the past. Historians are kind of like detectives. And do you know why history is a mystery to us? Why do you think history and past events might be mysteries to us? Yeah.
Because half of us were alive back in 1700 BC.
That is an excellent point. History is a mystery to us because not all of us were alive back thousands of years ago. Are you 1,000 years old?
Yes.
Uh,
I'm 10. Or 0.
10 or 8. So you're not quite 1,000 years old. You are not quite 100 years old. Okay? And so you haven't lived in some of those events that have taken place in the past. Now, we are going to be detectives today, and we are going to go to 3 different stations and use clues and tools to help us kind of discover a little bit of what has happened many years ago, what has happened in the past. And so we are going to be historians, and we are going to be detectives. I want you to turn to your neighbor, and I want you to tell them, today, repeat after me, today, we are going to think like historians. Wonderful. I'm going to take you kind of on a little bit of a journey as we walk through our 3 stations and what we are going to cover at each station, okay? And then you will be able to be broken up into groups and be able to use these clues at each station to investigate, to be a detective, and to discover what has happened in the past, okay? So, clue number 1 will take place at this table right over here. So what I want you boys to do is just slide your stuff right under the table so that it's out of the way. Hold on. Hold that thought just a second. At this first station, we have clue number 1, which you can see is a... Raise your hand. Raise your hand.
Map.
A map. Okay? So I want you to take some time to look at this map. And you can see that there's going to be some clues and tools and information on these maps. I have multiple copies for you to complete this chart. Okay? So some of the questions on this chart say, what is this? What is this clue? Some of you kind of answered it already. What is this clue? When was this clue created? Maybe come up with a date. I'm pretty sure if you look, there might be a date. Natural features. What is the difference between natural features and human features? Does anybody have a guess? Yeah.
Natural feature was naturally there, not built by humans.
And so then human features are built by humans. So I want you to take some time and look at this map and find what are the natural features and what are some human features, okay? And finally, write something that you don't understand about the map, a mystery that you do not understand, okay? I'm gonna leave this right here. Once you're at this table, you may touch these clues, but right now, we're gonna keep our hands off, and I'm gonna take you to the next station, okay? All right, all eyes on me. We're traveling over here. This is station number 2. Tanner, do you have a question?
Yeah. You look like the same person that went outside in that hallway.
It's a mystery.
Sure.
Not quite buying it?
Nope.
I'm sorry. Okay. So station number 2. We have another clue, which is a story titled The Great Fire. And this, my friends, actually happened in Holland, Michigan. So enjoy reading about this, okay? Your group members, you will take turns reading this story. And then once again, coming over here to fill out a graphic organizer, a chart for clue number 2. Some of these questions include, why did this happen?
What?
Thank you. What happened, first of all, in this story? What took place? And second, when did it happen? So when we're talking about when, we're thinking of maybe a date, a time period, okay? Down here is who is involved. There may be some specific people involved. There may be some just general people, or maybe not even people, maybe even animals. But who was involved in this story, in this clue? And finally, why did it happen? Now, friends, have you ever heard of the terms cause and effect before? Having a cause and having effect. Who can explain that to me? What is a cause and what is an effect? How about you turn to your table partners and maybe share your thoughts. What is a cause and what is an effect? All right, I'm starting to hear the chit-chat start to quiet down a little bit. So who would like to share what they talked with with their group members, their partners. What is a cause and what is an effect? I heard some really, really great thoughts. Yeah.